All right, guys, so let's go. This is probably a little bit tedious, but I want to see if we can get something that makes me sense. All right, so here we go. So this was the problem for the exam. You know what I'm going to do. Probably I'm just going to write down the equations with your help, and then we're going to go to Maple, no? So we're going to follow Erin exam because it was here. I think she did a very good work until she got stuck on the Maple.
I looked at it now and I realized, yes, I did.
It was, you have one variable less, no?
Yep.
Yeah. So problem 1, we did problem 4 and 3 last time. So hopefully after this one that should be enough. So this is the problem we have. And I think we did this one with fixed bars, no? So here. A, K sub A. K sub B, B, and C, and let's say it would be X sub C, okay? So given MA, R sub A, I sub A, and B, R sub B, R sub B, and C, K A, K B. All right, so this might be long. So first thing on the steps. Diagrams or free-body diagrams. So what do we have? We have pulley A, pulley B, and block C. All right, so let's see, what do we have in pulley A? We're gonna have here M sub AG, T1, T2, and let's say here we have K sub A, X sub A. And this is moving in translation M A X sub A, double dot, R sub A, alpha sub A. For pulley B, we're gonna have T2, T3, and sub BG, and then we're gonna have,
Shouldn't there also be a spring force on that?
yeah. KBX sub B. All right, and this would be now, yeah, I see the problem here. And B, X double dot, B, I sub B, alpha B. Okay. I'm just thinking about something different here. And then we'll have here T3, M sub C G, M sub C, X over C dot. All right. One. So let's start writing down the equation. So for pulley A, summation of force equals to MA. What do we have? We'll have T1 plus T2 plus T2 minus MAG minus KAXA equal to MAX double dot A. That should be equation 1. Then we have the summation of moments about point A. Which is giving us what over here? So T2 minus T1 I sub A equal I sub A alpha A. Two. Pulley B. Summation of forces equals to MA. So what do we get? Minus T2 minus T3 minus MBG. What do you put plus or you doesn't matter, plus KB XP equal to MB X double dot B. Three. And summation of moments about point B equal to what do we have? T2 minus T3 R sub B equal R sub B alpha B. Four. And finally we have block C, which will be equal to what? Summation of forces equals to MA, which gives us what? T3 minus MCG equal to MC X double dot C. Equation 5. Okay, so we stop to this point. I think we have a bunch of unknowns, 5 equations. Unknowns, T1 T2, T3, so I could remember alpha A, alpha B. So A sub A, which is X double dot A sub B, X double dot B, A sub C, X double dot C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Am I missing one?
By Aaron's method, that's all the unknowns you should have.
That's what we should have. No, I'm just thinking about 9 because I remember Aaron had 9 in the equation, so that's why
But 8 unknowns, okay.
I think that's 8, no? Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know. So now I think the problem is going to come from the kinematics, the problem. So let's see. So we need additional 3 equations. So I think here comes the issue. Because basically we're saying this is X of C, the X of B, the X of A, from this point, I think we call it last time, it will be B, A, Q, Q, C, and C. And this is B over here. Okay, so I think, yes, we might have some issues on the kinematics in this case. Okay, but I mean, let's see what we get, all right, using our assumptions. So we need to find 3 more relations. So we know we're gonna have to find 1 relation for A sub C, okay, or X dot double C, 1 relation for A sub A or X dot double A, and then the relation relating the alpha A and alpha B, okay? And in order to do that, we need to find the actuation of point Q from point B and from point A. So yeah, this might add a lot of terms. So I think the first thing will be to find the actuation of point C, which is the same as this point, from point B, no? It would be B cross R of C with respect to B minus omega squared B, R of C with respect to B. So for simplicity, maybe I did not say it on the problem, we're going to assume system is initial at rest, okay? Meaning that all our angular velocities will be 0. Here the problem is that will A sub B be 0?
No.
No. So that's the big problem, but what do we know about A sub B? Is that it's only going to be on the y direction, no?
Yep.
So even though we change the notation, maybe this would be X sub dot B, or A sub B, plus I j k 0, 0, alpha A. What is the position of C with respect to B?
RA,
RB.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, no, I wrote, and this is B as well. Sorry for that, but this is B, and this is B. Okay, not clear at all, but. So from here we get actuation of C, which is X dot double C, will be equal to X dot double B, plus R sub B, alpha sub B. Or if you want, X double dot C equal to X B plus R sub B, alpha sub B. So I don't know if to give a name to this one because, no, this could be equation 6, let's say. Now we could find what? The acceleration of point A from point P Okay, so same as before, this is going to be 0. I mean, this is not really 0, but this should cancel this one. Right? In this case, they are both 0, but let's say they just cancel each other. So you have here I, j, k, 0, 0, alpha A, position of A with respect to B, as of A, 0, 0. So from here, we're going to get the equation that x double dot A equal to R sub A alpha A. Seven. Okay, I know I'm going a little bit fast, but I will make scan all this stuff, okay?
All right.
Next. Let's see where's the figure. Now we need to calculate the acceleration of point Q from point B and point P. All right? So we calculate the acceleration of point Q, let's say from point B. Now I'm going to put that there 0. I, j, k, 0, 0, alpha A, 2R sub A, 0, 0. So from here we get that A sub Q is equal to 2RA alpha A. And this is not equation A, this is just a temporary equation. A. Maybe we can remove the vector here, because we just took one component. We find the acceleration of point Q from point B. What do we know about B over here? Only on the y direction, plus I, j, k, 0, 0, alpha b, minus rp, 0, 0. So from here we get aq equal to x double dot b, minus r sub b, alpha b. B, we're going to need 9 equation B. So we are here, we equate those two equations. Guys, you see that here I'm following the procedure as I've been doing all the time, no?
Mm-hmm.
And I hope this is going to take me to an answer. And that's basically what I'm doing. So this is going to give me 2R sub A alpha A equal to x double dot b minus r sub b alpha b. This is equation 8. All right, so now looks to me like we could go and solve. But what would be important to me is to try to find, so we got a relation between so we need to find our relation between x sub A and x sub C and see what happens. So let's try to solve it as it is now, and then we try to move ahead, okay?
All right.
I don't think this is gonna give you something ugly the way it is, but I think we can make it prettier later on. So home, computer, maybe you can help me here with the MATLAB, not Maple. MATLAB will do it as well, but it will look pretty ugly. Okay. So new document. I would do it bigger as soon as I'm finished with this, or restart. Let's see if I can do now big. No wait, I'm gonna put another time. So restart equation 1. Two, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. All right, so equation 1, so what I have here is T1 plus T2 minus MA times G minus K sub A times X sub A minus M sub A times, can I just put accelerations? That one would be a little bit easier.
Sure.
Times A of A. Okay, correct me if you see something wrong. So T2 should be T2 minus T1 times R sub A minus I sub A times alpha A. Equation 3 will be for pulley B, minus T2 minus T3 minus MB times G plus KB times XB minus MB times A of B equation 4 T2 minus T3 times RB minus IB times alpha B. Equation 5 T3 minus N sub C times G minus N sub C times A of C. Alright, so that was everything for the equation from kinematics. I don't know why it's not doing it bigger. Alright. And now we need the kinematics equations. So we had what? What do we have over here? 1, 2, 3. So we had A of C minus A of B minus R of B times alpha B. Equation 7 A of equation of A minus R sub A times alpha A. Okay, and equation 8 is 2 times r sub a times alpha a minus a of b minus r of b times alpha b. Okay, I don't know if I did any type error or anything, but hope you check. Looks okay?
Yeah.
Alright, so now we go to solve, but this is not going to look pretty. It was this way, equation 1, equation 2, equation 3, equation 4, equation 5, equation 6, equation 7, equation 8. Variables T1, T2, T3, A of A of B, no, A of B, A of C, alpha A, alpha B. Is that it?
Uh-huh.
Unless,
Oh.
yeah, I think you need to put a, should there be a comma between the two things in curly braces?
Maybe.
Oh, I see why I want them. These are in bracket.
Pretty, huh?
Wow.
So you solve all this stuff. Basically, you see that it looks pretty ugly, no?
Mm-hmm.
Really, here we're not interested in T1, T2, T3. We'll be interested in more in what? To go, let's say, to find what will be A sub C, no?
Mm-hmm.
To substitute maybe in this equation. Right, in T3, yeah, we need to have T3 and A sub C. So T3 looks pretty ugly. If we get there, what is T3? So this is
There's alpha
A sub B.
There's T3. Starts right at the top of what we're looking at.
T3 is this one, no?
Yeah.
We can also use the relation for I and B.
Now, I'm just trying to say this is a constant term, x of A. Alright, so what I'm trying to say here is that let's see what it looks pretty ugly as it looks over here, no? Yeah? We could do a simplify again, but I don't think it's going to look too pretty. Even if I want to do a simplify, I don't think it will look too pretty. So over here what we can do is what? Which I think we did on the homework. Can we find a relation between the x's?
Yes.
So we come here. So I think from here we can say that, I don't know how I did it, but this one always a figure. This one for the kinematics. Okay, so maybe so let's see what relation we could find, because I think it's going to be different. So in order to find the relation, we're going to do the same thing. So what we're going to use over here is the fact that speed is equal to what? Distance over time, no?
Mm-hmm.
So both pulleys are moving within the same amount of time. So we find out what is the velocity, we can find a relation between that. So for example, we can redo and do the same thing. We can find velocity of C from point B so this will give us what? 0, fat VB here, just one component on the X, plus IJK 0, 0, well, this might become complicated here, omega sub B, R sub B 0, 0. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to find a relation, so this will give VC equal to VB plus R sub B omega B. I don't know if that's going to take us somewhere or not. Okay, similarly, we could find that VA, I'm not going to do the details, equal to VP plus omega A cross R of A omega sub A. Yeah, let's do everything and see what we find. This will be 0, so this will give us that VA and then let's start going a bit faster. VQ, we'll calculate VQ from point P or from point B so let's see if that works. I don't know if all this is going to work. I'm just, writing equations. Position of Q with respect to P, 2RA, 0, 0, equal to minus RB. So this is going to give us the relation 2R sub A omega sub A equals to dB minus R sub B omega sub B. So this is equivalent to the relation 8.
Professor,
Yeah.
in the previous line, shouldn't there be a positive R sub B? Because it's from the center of the disk to the point on the rim? Or maybe
Well, it's it's on the left hand side, no? I mean, I did it with my, just thinking about it.
I'm not sure, where's the...
Position of Q with respect to B.
Oh, to B, okay, yeah, never mind.
I was doing without looking at the figure, but I might do a mistake.
Sorry.
What I'm trying to see now is to see if I can combine this to find a relation, no?
Mm-hmm.
So I could substitute this VB into here and see what happens, no?
Sure.
But that's not what I want to do. I want to find, because if this is 0 over here, and I find a relation between omega sub A, omega sub B, would that help take us anywhere?
Well, if you can kind of model the pulleys as rolling in this problem, so you can take RA omega A to be VA and RB omega B to be VB, can't you?
Yes. I
And
mean,
then-
basically what I'm going to find out at the end is what? Is that x sub A should be equal to what? X sub A plus 2x sub C, no? Or,
There will be some kind of relation like that.
yeah, some type of relation like that. I'm just trying to find how to find that relation like that.
Yeah, I think that's your best bet.
So I'm trying to see that what can I substitute this one for over here? Okay, probably the best thing to write over here would be some type of, do I write omega A, omega B in function of the other one? Shouldn't matter. Let's say I write this one in function of omega B will be equal to what? BB over RB
Minus,
minus 2 R sub A, R sub B, omega sub A.
yep.
So hopefully this is gonna work. I'm gonna substitute this one into this one, okay?
All right.
And see where I log in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is page 5. I mean, I know the relation I want to get. The only thing is that I want to prove it. I could have said it very quick and you probably would agree, but 6, so substituting, hopefully that would work. So what do we have? Let me go blue now. This one. VC equal to VB plus R sub B omega B, so will be equal to VB plus R sub B times VB R sub B plus 2 R sub A. Oops, here I did a mistake. Did a mistake in this one here. What should be here dividing? It should be R sub B, no? Dividing here.
Yes.
Oops, third color. So this is going to give us that DC oops, equal to VB
Plus VB.
plus VB
Minus 2 RA omega A.
so this equals that DC equals to 2VB minus 2RA omega sub A.
And if you use the equation above, RA omega A can be treated as VA.
I use the equation, this one as VA, yes. So you're saying is to find this is VA, no? That's what you're saying?
Yep.
So now we have the relation here. DC. So is that really what I want? Yep, I guess that's gonna help us. 2VB minus 2VA of VC equals 2 factor of VB minus VA, which is the relative velocity. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that this relation with the fact that the velocity is what? Is distance over time, no?
Mm-hmm.
So for a fixed amount of time, what do you say? XC equals to 2
XB minus XA.
XP minus XA. So is that gonna help us a lot or not?
Well, you never know.
I think that's gonna help us a lot if we say that, this is, what is really xb minus xa?
The relative velocity between xb and xa.
Is the relative velocity into the two. So if we define that one as a variable, probably we can find everything in function of x sub c, no?
Mhm.
But it's gonna be a lot of algebra going on. But we can probably end up, so let's see if Maple will help us a little bit, but I don't think it's gonna help us too much. So really, we don't wanna move, we don't want x sub c in function of x sub b, x sub a. We probably wanna find the other way around, no? X sub a in function of x sub c, to have everything in function of x sub c.
Right.
And x sub d, so, yeah, I don't know. We can leave it as it is here. And see what we can do over here. So home, computer. All right, so let's see. Yeah, the thing over here would be to write down x sub b minus f sub a under the form of x sub c and try to factor out everything. But good luck to do that, no?
Yeah.
Unless we put some values and they might show up more easily. Right, what about if we put values to see what happens again? Here you see this would be x sub a minus x sub b, and you can factor out. This is a constant, this is a constant, I don't care about the constant. Here you have x sub a. So you could combine this one with this one. Yeah, it can be done, huh? But it's going to be a big mess. Do you guys understand what I'm saying here or not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
I think so.
I think so. So you see that at the end, with basically a lot of algebra, probably you could find everything in function of x sub c, no?
Yeah. It'd be a pain, but you can do it.
It would be a pain, but you can do it. So let's just put some values to see if it's a bit more clear. Just very quick here. So what could we think? Give me the values. M sub a, we can just put everything equal to 1, no?
Sure.
1, M sub b equals to 1, or equal to M sub a. And sub c equal to a. I of a equals to 1. I of b equal to I of a. G equals to 1. R sub a equal to 1. R sub b equals to R sub a.
Spring constants?
Yeah, I forgot something?
Yeah, we don't have it, we didn't put k values in.
Oh, yeah. K sub a equals. Let's enter k values. I'm curious to see what happens with them.
Sure.
Then we can put values.
Well, that looks nice.
Much cleaner.
That looks a lot better, no?
Mhm.
So let's see what would that give us again. Very quick. So if we put this one here. And the other one would be interested would be a sub c, no? Okay, and what would be the equation? What was the equation for A sub C? It should be equation 5.
Looks like it holds true.
Why did it substitute? Ah. All right. Move it this way.
So it's equation 5 equals to 0.
Makes sense.
Yep. Basically return true.
Yeah, it should be equal to 0 here, no? But-
Yep. And if you scroll all the way down, it says so.
That's not what we want, no?
It means that the relationship's true, so looks like it all checks out, I guess.
Yeah, so what we need to do, sorry, I know what I need to do, sorry. That means that this is right, what I need to do is eliminate this one. Now restart. Okay, so basically here, what would be the relation we'll have? This will give us that x minus x double dot c plus 1/3 of kb, so this will be our stiffness matrix, no? X of b will be equal to a constant of 1. So you can replace this one by x of c, but this will be x of b. And then could we use the relation x of b to k sub c? Yeah, I think we're still gonna end up with two variables, no matter what we do, huh?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So the other way would be to put everything in function of theta, but that's not gonna work. Okay. So yeah, this one wasn't that easy, huh?
No.
So you see what I mean over here is that at the end here, the simplest thing I could find is that this will be equal, let's say, to minus n x double dot c plus this will be our omega n, no? M is divided by 1, x of bc, and this will be whatever that is. I don't know where this one is coming from. Yeah. Okay. So let's put this figure over here again. All right, because some of these to get a final result that makes sense, no, that makes sense, is that looking at this figure, what is the biggest difference of this problem with the one we did initially on the first homework?
Spring.
Yeah, the springs.
But basically, the most important is it changing something in the spring at A?
Yeah, that keeps pulley A from moving too much.
Yeah, but point A was moving anyway on the previous problem.
Hmm.
Remember? The big issue is what here?
Oh, that point B is moving too.
Is the point B is moving as well. So in this problem, actually, we could find just in function of one variable if we were doing what? If we were fixing the point B, no?
Mhm.
So I think maybe for another time, what we can do is fix point B and just leave one spring in point A.
All right.
So I think, for another time, maybe this problem would be to solve, eliminate the spring over here, saying that it's rotating freely. We could put one spring over here, and maybe we could put another spring down here, no?
Hmm.
And that, yes, should give us a problem that we only have one variable.
All right.
Do you see that more or less or not?
I think so.
Because here the big issue is that this one is moving at the same time as this block is moving. If we're fixing point B, we're removing all the issue about the x of B and x of C. So I need to make a note about that. That would be a good problem.
Yeah, could be.
If we fix point B and we just put another spring on the point C.
Well, now I know how to do it.
Huh?
Now I know how to do it.
Alright, and that's what matters, you know, at the end of the day, you see that I'm not that concerned about trying to get right away the right answer, no?
Mm-hmm.
I'm concerned about going through the process and think about what would be the best way to model it,
Mm-hmm.
okay, to find more interesting problems. Okay? Alright. So let me make a note about this one, so 3, 4, 5. I'm still gonna save that maple file because one, 5, 6. Or let's do something here. On this, if we have the maple, this is a good thing about having the maple, you know, or about having something. Like I always say, guys, don't be scared to go and find a result, because once you have a result, it's a lot easier to change few things and come up with something that makes sense, no?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So I'll be here one way to do this. If we want to model what we just said, what could we say over here? To put all this stuff over here, get into this equation, we could solve. It's interesting because then yeah, but that would make sense. I mean, to fix point B would be equivalent to say what? X of B equal to 0, no?
Or would it be AB or something? Or I guess, yeah, that could work. If you put your 0 point at B, yeah.
Oh, and AB would be 0 as well.
Yeah.
But I'd rather change it at the top on these equations here. Let's change it on these equations here. So in here we'll say what? Before solving, we'll say A of B equal to 0 and X of B will be equal to 0, no? That's why I don't like to put values, because when I see, you know, variables, I can kind of see what's happening. We only put values. So now what happens is that we don't have 8 unknowns, we have how many? A sub B is not unknown anymore. So we'll have 7. What is the equation we need to eliminate? That's a good question.
The equation of motion for the second pole.
Which is equation 3, no?
Yeah.
So what is that giving us here? So we could do the same thing as before over here. We could take T3. Okay? And if we don't use x of c is equal to 0, what would be x of a? Do we have that relation or not? An equation. So we come here to that expression here. X of a should be equal to what? If this is 0, should be minus x of c divided by 2, no?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
So we could come over here, home, computer. So minus x of c divided by 2 And then the equation will be pretty simple, no?
Oh, yeah. Nice and simple.
But maybe let's try, but you see, I mean, this is taking all this stuff once. We could remove this as well, no? And see what happens, but do you think it will get very complicated still, or?
Probably, but we might as well see it, just for curiosity's sake.
Do we eliminate all those variables?
Yeah, let's just see what happens. If you want to bring it back, you can always just use a cut and paste later
Yeah.
on.
So, so you see, guys, what is good about having something and then you can modify? I mean, if you need to do that by hand, I agree, you will quit very quick, no? But
They're not as bad as they were.
Very true.
yeah, T3 will still be all this stuff, but it's not as bad as before, no?
Yeah.
Okay? It's not that pretty, but personally, I will leave the AMP survey. I will simplify these ones here, the II. So it will be, let's see what we'll get. So now I'm going to lose all my data because I couldn't do double copy paste. It might not do anything, it might actually make it more complicated because it never simplifies the way you want, but. Yeah, I try to factor. But basically here would be nice to try to factor the x sub c, no? So if you look at it, you will get, this is a constant term, this is your mx double dot c, and then this is a constant term, this is your x sub c that will become part of the stiffness, no? This is a constant term, and this is a constant term.
So it just has a very large, very scary forcing function.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, which is due to what? What is the forcing function due to over here? If you think about it.
The motions of the other.
Is due to the masses of the object. The masses are going to induce translation, and the eyes are going to induce what?
Rotation?
Rotations. So they induce, all those things are induced because of the initial masses of the objects. All right? That will be the forcing function in this case. All right, so I think the next time probably the best way to do is to fix point B and maybe put a spring at the bottom or something. But what is the value for really K over here? When everything was 1 over 6? Okay. All right. What time is it? 4:10?
Yeah, just about.
Okay. All right, guys, so before, we're going to do one more thing in this chapter, before we start with the next one, which is, we did what? We did a general theory about 1 degree of freedom, forcing function of free vibration, no? And we did the same thing for base excitation. Right now, the other example we're going to do is what would be the way to balance something that is rotating. So what happens when you see something rotating and it's not perfectly balanced, like a tire, if you want? What do they do in your tires when you go and change the? What do they do to your wheel when you go change the tire?
They sort of wobble.
They start to wobble because the mass is not completely uniform, no? So if it's wobble, that means that it's going to do some type of vibration. So for example, how can you do in order not to wobble the tire or something? Every machine that is rotating generally will not be perfectly, no? And you will try to add the masses in order to make it just be straight and do not vibrate. Because what happens if it vibrates? Maybe you have seen those ones. Like on the lathe machine, have you seen a lathe machine working? What happens if you have something turning and it stays unbalanced? Let's try to find a good example. Yeah, what happens to your dryer if it's unbalanced?
Yeah.
The stove, everything
No
starts
way it
shaking,
shakes
no?
around.
And it starts shaking a lot. If it's really unbalanced, the whole machine can start shaking, no? So what do you need to do? You just need to shake it a little bit, stop it, shake it, distribute the weight evenly, no? And it will stop doing the shaking. okay? Sometimes you cannot go and distribute the, let's say you build a rotating machinery, like it can be a windmill, okay? A windmill, you may start rotating and you see that it's not perfectly balanced. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna throw it away? No, you know that just like you do with the tires, by adding a little mass at a certain point, you might just be able to balance the whole tire again, okay? So what we're gonna do is derive the equation that will show you where you need to put that little mass, additional mass, in order to make your system not to wobble or to be stable, okay? And then we move to 2 degrees of freedom. And if you think the equations were complicated for 1, wait for 2. And then obviously above 2, the only way to do it is computers, okay? All right? And then, so that's it. So we finished a bit early, but I'm not gonna start anything new. Okay, the exams, I kind of clean them up, but I give the same grades to everybody, so. So let's see what I'm here. Lucy. Everything is the one I was. Yeah, I was hoping to copy yours, but I only look at the first page.
It's okay, I realized stuff was wrong as I went along with you doing it.
No, but you went through the procedure, which I appreciate. John?
Here.
You, John, you have an idea, but you need to show more your work.
Okay.
How to follow, okay? Then Mike is not here, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with the other guy, because
He did come last time we had class at this time, so maybe the two of them just got caught up in something.
yeah, Mike knows what I'm concerned about the other guy. I feel. Okay, guys, so you want me to save this file or not? Into the canvas?
Sure.
But it's not going to be exactly the same, you know, so Maple exam P1. But it is what it is. Yeah, so I guess this one can be good if we put the mass over there. This could be a good problem, a good design problem. There's a lot of variables going on. Yeah. What should be the value of KB or KC in order to make the response a different? Or we can put a damper. Yeah, I think I know what problem I give you next. The same problem, I leave one spring and I add a damper on the block C. I mean, that one is feasible, no? Which is what we did now. Okay.
By the way, Professor, just a general question about the class.
Yes.
Are we ever going to go over how, for example, if a flexible material can oscillate due to something hitting it or it being displaced? Are we ever going to go specifically over that?
Say that again. So.
If you have a flexible material, say like a post or something made of PVC,
Yeah.
and you know how sometimes they can flex and vibrate, are we ever
Yes.
going to go over something like that?
But on free vibration or forced vibration?
Either way.
Basically, we have done it.
Okay.
But what happened is that, no, I know exactly what I'm saying, but basically we have done the theory about it. Let me turn this off.
Alright.